Hey guys, so okay, welcome back to Dishonored. We were making our escape, so let's continue with that. We've got a note here. Overseer Bloom, I have a replacement valve for this door finished at the workshop. Once we install it, we can finally see what's been festering in the supply depot for the past year. Come and see me when you want it. We've seen that valve, so let's go grab it. It's at the workshop, which is where I left it. Let me just get my bearings first. I think it was this way that I came, alleyway. I should probably use dark vision to keep track of what's going on. Okay, we're good, we're good. I think it's back this way. Ooh. Is it here? No, that's the barracks, or whatever it's called. Oh, there it is, workshop. It's right, I dropped it outside. Shit. Okay. Oh crap. Oh no. How far can I throw this thing? That's pretty far. Okay, cool. Gordo's got a quite throwing arm. Take it. Let's go. Unfortunately, I don't think we can use our powers. Shit.
You think you're being quiet?
Sorry, just put it down. Okay, maybe we can find an alternate route. Here. Yeah, we can jump out through the window like we did last time. Okay, let's go. Let's go. That's right, there it is. Nice, made it. Oh wow. Long time to turn this thing. Oh, looks like someone's dead in there. Whoa. Didn't realize it was getting close. Yeah. Okay, that wasn't as dramatic as Indiana Jones. Got it nonetheless. Suppose it's nice and quiet in here. Hiding place. Day 15, month of timber. I managed to steal away one of the charms that we were smashing in Warehouse A. Smashing them. Such beautiful and powerful things. And my brothers have no idea. They'll never find me back here, though. Nobody ever comes back here. I can break up the door and they'll never find me. It's all mine. Yeah, well, must have forgotten to bring in some food, I guess. Bone charm. Carry on killer. Killing rats gives you some adrenaline. Okay. Well, that's 3 for 3. No harm in taking it. Call to the Spheres. An excerpt from a work of fiction. I'll let you read that if you pause it. The Outsider. I think I've read this, but I'll read it again. Except from a diary from a known heretic, seized before his execution. For most, The Outsider is nothing but a child's tale meant to instill fear of that beyond the family of the community. When I was young, my mother and I were on the run, moving from one village or sea town to the next, camping in the woods for weeks, always with the cursed overseers at our backs. At night she told me of her dreams, of the empty place where the outsider whispered to her. With each visit her craft grew until she could see through the eyes of moths and unlock a door or a window latch from outside our house. I will find this empty place. Somehow the key to open the void will fall into my hands. In time I will learn the secret and he will call to me as he called to her. Call me a heretic from my studies, drag me to your cold stone cell, whip my flesh and put me on a trial as an apostate, burn my body to ash, but I will continue to seek the realm of which my mother spoke. It is my life's meaning. But he was executed apparently, so I guess it didn't really work out for him in the end. We got anything else in here? It's a bottle. I suppose we can get out through the window. Oh, this must be what he brooked up. Okay, never mind. Cool. It's breakable. Well, this is something. Is that Samuel? Ah, right. Must be the way down, I guess, that way. Oh, yeah, there's a crane or something. How do I stop leaning? There we go. It's nice, I can do it while leaning. Alrighty.
Look sharp. We got a prowler.
Do it little. Why did you say that? No. Doggy, smell me. Sleep darts. Take those. Jeez, there's a lot of you, huh? Yeah. Spiritual remedy. Can't quite take it. Ah, that's the other side of the brick. Okay. Alright. Oh, we're just out here again. Okay. That's fine. I think we're ready to gap it out of here. So let's just do that, shall we? Nope, nothing. Probably just to dump some bodies. Let's just climb up here first. Okay, never mind. It's time to go.
Corvo. Is that you?
You betcha. Ow. Oh, oh, that's right. I completely forgot about chains. Oh, jeez. I'm guessing that's how I was supposed to get up from that room with all the rats in it as well. Oh, such a buffoon. Such a worry. It's okay. Like I'll remember that. Chains.
Hey,
Use
Corvo. It's Samuel. I'm here.
I know you were there. Come on. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were an imposter, trying to convince me that you are the real Samuel. I was just having an epiphany. Relax. I'm here, I'm here. Don't have anything hiding here, do you? No?
From the way I hear it, Campbell lived a pretty posh life. Maybe it's not my place to say, but men of the faith shouldn't live like barons. Are you ready to go?
Well, I guess so. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
That's my line. Hi, Overseer Campbell. Hostiles killed 10. Bit much. 1 alarm rung. 2 dead or unconscious bodies found. Overall chaos was low. We didn't check the boxes of do not kill anyone and ghost, unfortunately. We saved Captain Kurnow, which is good. Saved Elsa from zealous overseers, so that must have been that woman. And her partner who gave us the combination. I didn't quite figure out what the combination was for. But that's okay. And we poisoned High Overseer Campbell. Nice. 4 out of 7 runes, 3 out of 5 bone charms, 1 outside a shrine, 1 circle of painting, and like half the coins. Jeez. That's, well, it's A for effort, I guess. Martin is on his way to join the Loyalists, and Campbell's fate has thrown the Overseers into disarray. Decoding the High Overseer's journal may reveal any number of strategic secrets, most notably the location of the rightful heir to the throne, Emily Cole. The Hound Pets.
Admiral Havelock and Lord Pendleton are in the courtyard. I expect they'll want to congratulate you.
Nice. Forward to it. Hello. Oof. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, no one's screaming or panicking, so it must just be like training, I guess. Mission clues updated. High Overseer Campbell has been removed from power and the Loyalist ally, Overseer Martin, has been freed. Yes, he has. Callista.
He's alive. Thank you, Corvo, thank you. My uncle's a good man, and one day he'll prove it. Here. I know you did this for the right reasons, but I want you to take this as a reward. It's an old heirloom one of my aunts gave me.
No worries. Happy to help Mr. Colonel. Or Captain Colonel, I should probably use his title.
Their fate rests on your effort, on the strength of your hands and of your heart.
Certainly not the heart in my
It's
hands.
going to work. We have to take down the Lord Regent and all his key allies. You know that.
Yes. Hopefully the High Overseer is the first step along that path.
And we must find a girl, Emma. Who knows what her mind is like, being there when her mother was killed.
I'd imagine the daughter of an Empress is tougher than you think.
Quite right. In any case, we won't get the Lord Regent until we weaken his base. All the pieces are in play. He controls the City Watch. Through Campbell, he had the religious faction. Someone is funding the military. And he currently has a majority in Parliament.
Yes, I'm aware of that. My brothers control the voting bloc for my family. I'm very much aware of that.
Okay. Mr. Samuel.
They stood in a circle around the candles and cut their hands to form their alliance. The blood hissed as it touched the flames.
All citizens living on the north
The
side of the
boatman
river
has a good
between
heart
John Clavering Boulevard and
respects you.
Dunwall Tower are
That's
advised
nice.
to remain indoors.
Could
until
make another
further
heart
notice.
joke, but I'll refrain from doing so. Hey guys, I'm just skulking around. Mysteries of Pandacia. These are from a book on the far continent Pandacia, like Pandaria from WoW. At the Academy of Natural Philosophy, they speak of the Pandician continent as a place of wonder, where all of life has entwined and blossomed across eons, producing a vibrant ecology unrivaled in the civilized world. The overseers from the Abbey of the Everyman, by contrast, talk of horror and heresies, of cults of sub-men engaged in brutal, perverse rituals. The few who have travelled to the far continent and come back to the Isles, those who have actually touched the soil there, have returned with notes that describe vast deserts, deep jungles, and outlandish creatures that defy belief. Once in a generation, a great effort is mounted to build a colony there in hopes of this someday growing into a port city to rival Dunwall itself. But to date, these attempts have all ended in madness and failure. Cape of Teeth map, 75 coins, and 10 coins over there. Nice. I should probably just stand up. I don't know why I'm sneaking around. Yeah, see, they were practicing. These bottles. He's got a giant gun on his chest.
You did it! Somehow you took down the High Overseer Campbell against the odds. I knew you were our man, Corvo. With Campbell gone, we've hurt the Lord Regent immeasurably. And with Martin back, we'll have the finest strategist alive.
The Lord Regent must be shitting himself in Dunwall Tower.
Yes, and Campbell's journal, let's not forget. Our hope is that in these encoded pages, the location and condition of Emily Caldwin can be discovered. Our entire movement will mean nothing if we can't place the rightful heir on the throne. We must act fast. No doubt the Lord Regent is holding Emily somewhere, waiting to reveal her, to step out as the hero and further cement his regency.
If he doesn't bring the young lady forth soon, there will be infighting among the nobles as to who should succeed the Empress.
Do you mind we're talking, man? Jeez.
Time is against us. But now you should take a well-earned rest, Corvo. We will decipher the contents of the High Overseer's journal and share them with you later.
Let me look around first. Jeez, so rude. Just shooting his gun while Lord Pendleton is talking.
Whiskey everywhere in this place, but good wine is hard to come by.
The conspirators have found a safe home here. They take great care that they are not followed. To think, Lord Pendleton is the son of nobility, for one so steeped in courtly
Welcome back,
mass.
Master Corvo.
His thoughts do linger long on revenge and murder.
Hey, Lydia.
You know, I expected a rough around the edges military man, like the Admiral. You're actually a gentleman.
Oh, making me blush. Didn't realize gentlemen just hold
The
hearts
ale
and
is
swords like this.
sweet with honey, to hide the taste of river brine.
Don't tell me yours.
Her certain wages will not be enough to fix her father's debts.
Oh, jeez, that's depressing. Give me, like, Give her an extra bit of coin, by any chance?
My, there is something to you, isn't there? You went and spanked the High Overseer in his own house. I hope the tools I designed for you function to your satisfaction. The fact that I am standing here and talking to you affirms that this is true, in several ways.
Don't know what rumors you've been hearing, but I didn't spank him, I just poisoned him.
Can I be of service to you?
Yeah, let's see what upgrades and stuff we can buy from you. Oh, you sell runes? It's pretty selfish of you. We're working together. You're withholding runes from me. Oh, I suppose you need to build them. Equipment upgrades, bullet capacity, bolt capacity, bone charm capacity. I'll take a bone charm increase. Sleep darts, sedative effect is immediate even in combat. I'll take that as well. Keep it non-lethal, you know. Don't really use the pistol right now, I'm trying not to kill anyone. Faster reload, that might come in handy actually. And we're out of coins. Great. Good thing is I don't need any of that ammunition. Just, you know, just find it in the world itself. Let's just check out what's in here. Lord Pendleton. Find mine.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. You are reminded that assaulting a member of the City Watch has
Sorry.
been made a
Yeah,
capital offense,
my antics.
and guardsmen are authorized to carry out this sentence on the spot. The offender's possessions are legally forfeit.
I didn't really need to eat that stuff, but that's fine.
Do
Oh, hello
you
guys.
mean to tell me you don't know how to curtsy properly?
Please, sir. I was never in service with a noble.
That's not an excuse. You need to learn proper decorum. The Hound Pits has seen a few lords and ladies in its day.
If they were here, I expect they didn't want to be recognized, sir.
Never mind that. Lord Pendleton ought to be shown the respect he deserves. He doesn't require it, but he notices.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
But even so, have you forgotten we may soon be guarding a future Empress? You will be in the presence of the most important person in the entire known world, and you don't know how to curtsy.
But she's just a child, and she's not even here. No one knows where she is.
Well, our masters are just the people to find her, I'll have you know. Please learn
Welcome
your
back,
manners
Master
before then.
Corvo.
Jeez, vicious. Hey, Cecilia.
Sometimes I wonder if the plague is just going to go on and on and on, and kill everyone ever, and it's the end of the world. Think of that.
Anything positive to say, maybe?
The sober-speaking whispers, the drunk Bella. She is a seamstress in a shop frequented by the wealthy.
Really? Apparently she doesn't even know how to curtsy, so that's appalling customer service by her seamstress. In her shop, that is. Hey, Calista.
The Admiral was right in recruiting you. Nothing's been the same since the Lord Regent took power. But at least Campbell's gone and my uncle lived.
Indeed.
Next time I see my uncle, I will not mention my knowledge of any of this. But he will wonder why I'm smiling.
I suppose
I
smiling is a
always wanted him
suspicious
to be an
thing over
overseer.
here.
If he could see us now.
From what I heard from Cecilia, it's no wonder. The doom and gloom is the default mood around here. Alright, well I suppose it's time to go to bed. Unless there's anything else around here.
Attention,
I've yet to
Dunwall
find.
citizens. This is a reminder
Some
that
coins.
walls of light erected in our streets are for your protection. However, they will respond to any touch or approach with lethal force. Furthermore, it is a misdemeanor to throw any object or animal into a wall of light, whether for amusement or with criminal intent.
Hey, Cecilia. What's up? Oh, this must be Havelock's room. As evidenced by the fact that it says Havelock's entry. Gaffer's Tale Volume 1. Oops. Don't mind if I do. Have a snoop around your quarters. Admiralty and the fleet. While each of the Isles has some form of naval fleet, none is more envied than that of Bristol, with its long, proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them. Boys come of age in the cities of Bristol hoping to someday captain such a ship, and family dynasties are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings, as during the Morley insurrection. In times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. The ship designs of Anton Sokolov himself now represent the highest standard in the whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kill up over the deck and begin their butchery and processing even as the ship returns to Dunwall. The crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Wrenhaven River, coming to dock with one of the powerful warehouse companies such as the Greaves Whaling House. Suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun, the silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving sight. I suppose they spelt sight wrong. It's supposed to be the S-I-G-H-T. As it cruises to its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city. Jeez. Proofread, please. Whoever published that book. Havelock Log, Entry 2. Well, it seems that we have invested in the right man with Corvo. Not only did he free Martin from the office of the High Overseer, but he went to that viper's nest and sorted out Campbell personally. With Corvo in our company, I suspect there is no one in the world we cannot touch. We are now committed to this path. There is no turning back. Havelock Entry 1. It has been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo in the old sewer. They have not returned, so I can only hope that they succeed in getting the packages delivered. Pierre has spent considerable time and resources making those things. If I could find a way to mass-produce them, then Dunwall Navy would secure its place as the dominant force on the globe, back to Corvo. Can he actually break out of Coldridge? And if so, will he make his way here? I personally give him odds of 1 in 5. Well, I hope you lost all your money.
Corvo's proved his abilities beyond question. It's not anyone who can walk into Holger Square and put down the High Overseer. And now we're faced with the question, could he be dangerous? Events are going to move quickly now. The storm's rising.
Is he losing his trust in me? Thinks I'm gonna screw him over, huh? Mind you, they didn't even pay me a wage. Hey, Wallace, oh, you're the other guy.
My father served in the field under General Alfred Pendleton, where he took the wound that crippled him. I hope I will do no less if called upon. Until then, well, there is plenty of silver to polish.
He always eats very well, even as his wife and child grow thin.
Jeez, selfish monster. Well, I shall rob you in front of your eyes as punishment, and listen to your audiograph.
Memoir, Chapter 28.
Well,
Waverly, Waverly,
Pendleton, isn't it?
Waverly. The very name sweeps one away. She came into our cold marble hall and brought light and warmth. She changed our lives forever. It was only later I realized she was a traitorous little weasel, like all the Boyles.
Pendleton's family crisis. Cousin Anna. Morgan and Custis continue to resist my efforts and are no longer responding to my letters. The servants tell me they have been absent from the manor for some weeks. My brothers have always been arrogant, utterly convinced of their own certainty, and they don't really give 2 figs for anyone else in the world, unless they want something and can't take it outright. But this disagreement over the upcoming parliamentary vote has reached a crisis point. Until now, the Lord Regent has been somewhat restrained in his authority, at least where the holdings of the gentry have been concerned. If Morgan and Custis vote in his favour, the law will be changed and we will all be at risk, aristocracy or not. I implore you, if you know where they are, to speak with them. Lord Trevor Pendleton. Alright. A bit of trouble on the home front, Admiral.
Sometimes I think this conspiracy feels like the start of a joke, don't you? An admiral, an aristocrat, and an overseer walk into a bar. I wonder what the punchline will be.
He has the bloodlust. He tried to seize control of the military after the Empress. After she, the Empress, was murdered.
So he's all about that power, huh? I made it to my room. Let's close the door. Enjoy my privacy. I think it's about time we got some shut-eye, don't you? I'll go to sleep now. Good night. Learn about Weepers. Talk to Admiral Havelock. Are we in another dream?
citizens'
Doesn't
duty
sound
to
like it.
report
No, we're
treasonous
okay.
speech and actions. The state depends on you.
More propaganda being blared out. Greaves lightning oil, Priston Club, Sokolov's Elixir. Got a bunch of those, don't I? The Golden Cat, Greaves lightning oil. Right. Well, let's go for a morning stroll. Stretch our legs a little bit. Blood from the eyes. What a magnificent view. Is it even morning or is it dusk? Can't quite tell. Went to bed at sunset. Oh, hey guys. Just my entrance. Hey.
Ah, hello, Corvo.
Hello.
Hello, Corvo. I expect Martin will be joining us shortly. I hate to start your day with such a strange matter, but the servants heard something last night, moving through the storm drains beneath the building. Most likely a weeper, the poor bastard. There's no hope for them once the plague gets that far along. Nothing more than a shuffling corpse full of sickness and insects, if you ask me. I'd appreciate you investigating, just to be sure it's not a nosy guardsman that's getting too close. Here's a key to the hatches. I'd send a servant down there, but they'd die of fear on the spot, I'm afraid. Maybe Piero can concoct some sort of sleep poison for your crossbow if you want to go that route.
Cool, you're gonna send me to the sewers? You guys seem to have been awake for quite some time now, so you were literally waiting for me to just drop down in front of your eyes. Like a messenger from heaven. Humph. I am not happy. You don't even pay me anything. It's probably not very smart to go in with my back turned. Yeah, well, my favorite locale, the sewers. I'll just pay myself 10 coins for doing you guys' dirty work. You're coughing. Great. Oh, gross. This place is filthy. This valve. I suppose that just what goes outside. Oh, okay. Yeah, just back out here. Okay, well, at least I've got that open if I ever need to use it again. Which I doubt. Oh, I'm in the water. Ugh. Oh, laundry day, laundry day. Ugh, gross. I'm filthy. Ugh. What's that noise? Guys. Oh, got some stuff in here. Well. Okay. Chain, which I can climb. Remember that. Oh, we're in here. Okay, never mind. Gotta get rid of this problem first. Before I can have a drink, I should probably not reward myself too early. Jesus, what's going on? Ugh. Oh, I missed really. Okay, I think we dealt with them. Gross. Ugh, let's keep away. I don't even have my mask on, do I? Oh. Oh, whoa, 2. Double the fun. Don't want to carry you. Might get infected. An ancient note. I'm sorry, but I won't be here for the next meeting, or ever again, for that matter. What happened here was unnatural and makes me sick to recall. I left the result of our labours here for you to keep, but I expect that the rats will consume it before you return. Goodbye. We left a room here. Okay, there's another one over there. This is a trick. This is a trap. Don't know why I told that. Okay. 2 free rings. I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright. What are we going to level up here? Shadow kill. These need 3, so we're not going to do that. Vitality. We're going to try and sneak anyway. Bend time seems interesting. Slows time for a short duration. Completely stops time for a shorter duration. You move normally. That's level 2. Let's do level 1 first. Yeah, why not? Okay, press up an extra power. Press left trigger to slow the world around you for a limited time, or until you press left trigger again to end the power. Time's completely stopped at level 2. Enemies and security systems are unaware of you for the duration. Wow, that sounds pretty incredible. Oh, we gotta change my my choice of the way I select powers now that I've got an extra button. Ugh. Who am I talking to? Hello?
He's with Admiral Havelock now.
Oh, hello.
They want to talk to you.
Sure. Pardon me, don't mind the fact that I was down there, you know. It's just my morning stroll. Oh, they're right here. Notice to all patrons, in light of the recent and terrible rat plague, this establishment is closed to the general public until further notice. Once the plague is past, we will happily take your coin again and provide you with nights of debauchery and merriment. Admiral Havelock. So you own this place. Interesting. Ah, you're the guy I rescued.
Corvo. I trust you remember Martin, an overseer before, and perhaps again someday soon.
I owe you thanks for my rescue.
Indeed. You've given us a glimmer of hope, Corvo. Because we've gotten what we wanted from Campbell's journal. You've done it. We know where Emily Caldwin is being held.
The Golden Cat, of all places. A bathhouse for aristocrats. Little better than a cursed brothel.
But there's an unfortunate twist. It appears that Pendleton's own kinsmen stand in our way. The twins, Morgan and Custis. Not only are they controlling Emily, but they have the controlling parliamentary votes we so desperately need.
Yes, the Pendletons have to die. But most importantly, Emily must be brought here safely so we can protect her until the Lord Regent and his entourage have been dealt with.
Okay, first of
Pendleton's
all...
waiting for you on the dock. He's asked to brief you personally. I think it's best.
First of all, I was down in the sewers. You were having a big bottle of beer. A pint of beer, I should say. Second, Golden Cat and Morgan and Custis, I think it was. Pendleton's brothers. He wants me to kill them. Well, did you close the door on me? I rescued you.
There are few brave enough to laugh in the outsider's face. But T. Martin is one.
Bet he is.
Corvo,
I know the
a
Golden
moment if I
Cat,
may.
not as a patron. I designed some specialized devices for them. I kept blueprints, if anyone is curious.
Don't. I brought you tea as a courtesy to a colleague. I won't make that mistake in the future.
I'm sorry, I only thought... Never mind what I thought. Thank you for the tea.
I have to get back to the Admiral. He has news for me.
Piera. She is pretty, but I'm sure you can do better. Maybe. Okay, what's up?
Corvo, I've asked to speak to you myself. You see, I'm sending you to kill my older brothers, Morgan and Custis. They're horrible men. It's true, as you may have heard. Cruel beyond words. Further, my brothers are close allies to the Lord Regent, and as long as they are in Parliament, we cannot gather the votes we'll need to stop the Lord Regent from further consolidating his power. These days, they're best known for exploiting their favor with him to cheat others out of their wealth. Let's just say that Not every family evicted in quarantine for having the plague actually has the plague. I warned my brothers in every way I could. I really did. But they never did listen to me. They'll be at the Golden Cat tonight at their usual revels. They'll be protected by the City Watch, so it'll be dangerous. Now go. Please do it before I change my mind.
I can see now why you're boozing up so much. Jeez. I'm gonna kill your brothers. Should have thought this through. Maybe I should just leave before he changes his mind. Samuel, let's go take care of business once more.